Welcome to another edition of the Nightly News. $5 million, Ted. $5 million. The California reparations plan under Governor Newsom, they have advanced a bill to pay $5 million per every eligible Black person in California, which would add up to billions of an already bankrupt state simply because of someone's race. Which I might point out, which you already know, hopefully our listeners do as well. California never allowed slavery. Kind of a crazy situation, Ted, and I just wonder if there's eventually going to be reparations for all the working families of all colors, creeds, and backgrounds that fought to end America, that scourge of slavery. Irrespective of color or creed, will they get reparations? I just think this is so crazy, Ted. I can't even begin to comprehend what the hell's going on in California.
My fellow Americans and people around the world who join us in the Nightly News, thank you for that. Please share the information that Keith and I do a lot of research. We have truth, logic, and common sense, goodwill, decency. We celebrate the best of the human experience. Tell everybody you know there's a Nightly News. Tell everybody you know there's a Ted Nugent Real America Voice Spirit Campfire. Tell everybody you know there's a Shemaine Nugent Faith and Freedom Real America's Voice. We are engaged. And write this down. There is no systemic racism. Everybody across America, not everybody, but 99.9%. I mean, the exchange and the love affair that I have with people every day walking the not so mean streets of this country, of every color, every creed, every ethnicity, every religious consideration. We judge by content of character, and Americans died so that we would never judge by color of skin again. There is no systemic racism. There is no white supremacy. You might find some mentally ill, nasty, unclean vermin who still wear their bedding on their heads somewhere, like the Democrat Party supported, and that Joe Biden celebrated Senator Byrd for being a grand dragon. I mean, the examples are just mind-dazzling. There is no systemic racism that has any consequence whatsoever, except that now it's been reversed, and the president came right out and said that you will be hired, not based on capabilities, not based on talents, not based on content of character. The president of the United States, Joe Mumbles Biden, said we're going to start hiring federal employees based on color of skin. I mean, these are crazy times. The entire system that they're pushing forward in California and around reparations, they're going to give money to people who were never slaves, and they're going to take it from people who fought and died to end slavery. It is so unjust, and it's all part of this insane satanic propaganda to divide us. I had a great exchange with Charity when I registered my car the other day. This young Black gal and I, we talked about hot rods and horsepower and the insanity of registering the same car with the same VIN number to the same owner every year. We talked about the insanity and work ethic, and I thanked her, and I gave her a little tip for having a job and being a hard worker. And I could give a rat's ass what color she was. She just happened to be Black, and we got along fine. We hugged. I went to the soul food restaurant yesterday, and they loved me. They know that I represent goodwill and decency. They don't care what color of skin I have, as long as my guitar playing is sexy. They love me. There is no white supremacy, General Mark Milley. There is no white supremacy or white rage, Joe Biden. They are doing this to divide us. So I would say, do just the opposite and call your elected employees and tell them that reparations is another scam to further divide Americans and hurt us, because a divided nation is easy to control. And we're supposed to be addressing the self-inflicted horror, the scourge of slavery, and the division of America is actually nurturing another wave of slavery, because once they control us by dividing us, they can enslave us. and the whole digital currency, the whole 15-minute cities where you don't need to own anything. We'll just ration out some money. As long as you obey us, you can go ahead and buy some food as long as you qualify with the elites and the control tyrants in government. Somebody look into this. It's on the fast track going down the toilet, and it starts with dividing us. The entire reparations scam and lie is propaganda to divide us, and we need to fight against it. We need to be loving and caring and generous to our fellow man, regardless of color of skin, only content of character.
Boy, I got a doozy for you tomorrow night, Ted. But before we get there, I just want to say good luck to my Kansas State Wildcats, who are playing Michigan State in the Madison Square Garden in the Sweet 16 of the NCAA March Madness tournament. Go Cats. Now, Ted, tomorrow night, there is a celebrity that wants to talk you into shoving coffee beans up your rectum and shooting a little ozone gas in there, all for better health. I know you're into better health, Ted. I hope you and your rectum are ready for tomorrow night's edition of The Nightly Nooch.